o'clock?
Yeah.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere.
You're right now.
All set? Well, good afternoon, good evening, happy holidays to everyone. And sound of my voice, being that the hour of 5 o'clock has arrived, we'll call the order. Public Safety and Licensing Commission that is now officially in order. Our first order of business will be the approval of the minutes for November 27, 2024. Is there a motion and a second?
Move to approve.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? I see a hand up.
So I think we got the minutes today were posted in Legistar. And one thing I just wanted to affirm or confirm that our Public Safety and Licensing Committee meetings going forward will meet on the second and the fourth Wednesday of each month. So we'll be meeting twice a month.
So they haven't changed, basically.
The day has not changed, the time has not changed, but rather than meeting some months once a month, we'll be meeting every month,
Oh,
twice
okay.
a month.
The month.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So I know you have dated right now the second and fourth. I think one of the communications that went through was the week prior to council. You'll still be meeting twice a month,
Yep.
but on those weird months, you'll meet on the fifth week.
Oh, that's fine.
Week.
But as long as we meet twice a month,
Yeah.
Yeah, less,
because city business is important business, so.
yeah, which is why we're definitely here tonight. Okay, any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Our next item is item number 1025-24, communication sponsored by myself, Alder Pete, on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting a new application for a secondhand article dealer's secondhand dealer license, Wisconsin Discount 2 LLC, DBA Wisconsin Discount 2, located at 1733 Douglas Avenue. Could you please state your name?
Rama Yasin.
Rami Yasin. Okay. Agent for 10th District. Does the clerk's office or the attorney's office have anything?
10th District.
That's what it says here.
That's not, 1733 is not the 10th
That would
district.
be.
Oh, that's just what I'm going by
Yeah.
here.
We get
That could be
corrected.
different.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Maybe does Nasreen live in the 10th district?
Don't think so.
Okay, being that this is a renewal, and it does not need to be,
Renewal.
I apologize for that on your script. I accidentally switched them around.
Oh, this one's not a renewal?
This one is not a renewal.
Oh, okay. this is a
Okay.
new
I
one.
apologize.
It's a change of agent, isn't it? That's what I read.
And so,
would you?
yeah, so
would
this
you
item,
please
she's
go ahead?
actually taking over her father's business, I believe. She's actually a new applicant.
Mhm.
So Alderweiner, I think you are right. I see the address is in the 16th, on the 16th Street, so you're right. It's probably a residing residence for the 10th. Probably have had the alder alerted in the 4th District.
I don't think that really matters.
No.
I wouldn't
Well,
care
No.
if my
Yeah.
constituent opened a business in another district.
Exactly. So that's why the 4th District is probably more relevant than the 10th District, so,
We'll just change that.
yep.
So which, this 16th? I'm sorry.
No, that, it's for the 4th District, but they put
Fourth.
her, her
Gotcha.
residence.
Residence, which is in the 10th.
I'm sorry, we're discussing this because typically the alder in the district is more attuned to what's going on and usually has some input. But I'm not sure if the alder or the 4th was alerted to this application, so.
Okay, being that it's a new application, could you please explain to us what your business plan is? In other words, hours of operation, how you plan on being a positive business in the community, things of that nature. I'll start with that. what is your business plan?
Yeah, sure, I'll explain that. So we've been running this business since 2014. It is my father's business. He passed away in July, and so we are just doing a, change of license because of that, due to that. So, we're keeping the business as it's been since 2014, and I believe it has had a positive impact on the community, just with, we do like it's a buy and sell, it's a buy and sell store where we buy and sell electronics as well as secondhand items and jewelry. And so, it's an option for people who don't necessarily want to buy new items. They can come and buy them in good condition, and be able to buy them at a lower cost. So I believe that that's a good thing for the community. So we would like to continue doing that, which is something that my father has started. In terms of hours of operations, we operate from 12 p.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. usually. And, we would like to continue operating in a similar fashion.
Any questions from, yes?
I don't think this is for you, and you're so well spoken.
Thank you.
And I'm so sorry for the passing of your father.
Thank you.
Did I read on here that a change of agent application costs $500? That would, this one? So the secondhand jewelry dealer?
The second-hand dealers don't have a change of agent application.
Okay.
I'm looking through this right now. I believe your father's LLC was Wisconsin Discount Buy and Sell. So it was a different LLC name, so when she had taken over, she took over a new LLC name.
And because of that, the cost, 500?
I believe we prorated her
Yes.
with this one.
So then she'll have to reapply for a new license at,
Right now, she'd be still under her father's license, everything under that one.
Okay.
This one will be approved January 7th, I think, council next week.
okay?
So then her license will actually start on that 7th and go
Okay.
through the 2025 year.
Okay, perfect, thank you, then.
Any other questions for me?
I'm sorry to hear about your father. So this is near my district, just by a block or two, and I think you said that this has been operating since 2014. I haven't heard anything. Again, I'm not the alder in the area, but I'm just neighboring to this, and I haven't seen any concerns, around the establishment, any loitering or any concerns coming from nearby residents. So I just, sometimes we're here and we express the negative that's always happening, but no red flags, at least from my perspective.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. That would end, and again, I apologize, sorry to hear about your father. And that did answer one of the concerns I would have, if there was any problems with, illegal goods, people trying to sell you something that they don't actually own, that type of thing. I'm trying to be polite here, but I don't see, as the alder said, I don't see any issues with that. So, does anyone else have any questions or
I
concerns?
do have one further
Yes,
question.
please.
There is a reporting database for secondhand dealers. Do you guys partake in that the city has then access? Okay, very good. That was all. And with that, I motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Any other concerns? Seeing none, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion carries. Luck to
Good
you.
luck, congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
sorry for your loss.
Yes, we all are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item is 110124, communication sponsored by myself, Alder Pete, on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a secondhand dealer license. Accent Affinity LLC DBA Accent Horizons, which is located at 5790 Durand Avenue, Unit A148. I'll mispronounce the last name, Agent, 14th District is the applicant here.
This is just a renewal. Move to approve.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Our next item is 110224, Communication sponsored by Alder Pete, myself, on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a secondhand dealer and secondhand article dealer license. Wisconsin Gold and Coin Exchange LLC, DBA Wisconsin Gold and Coin Exchange, which is located at 3845 Douglas Avenue, Abdul Yazin, Agent 15th District. If the applicant is here, would they please come forward?
Move to defer till the end of the meeting.
I have a motion because the applicant is not present. Is there a second?
I don't know. I think we can just defer it till the end.
Okay. Deferred. Our next item is (110324), communication sponsored by myself, Alder Pete, on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a secondhand article dealer's license, One Stop Shop Thrift LLC, DBA One Stop Shop Thrift, which is located at 240 Main Street, Tower, Gutierrez, Agent, First District. Thank you for coming forward. Again, pretty much the same format. We want to make sure that, this is our first and only opportunity, assuming the license is granted by the city council after this meeting, that we have a chance to make sure the business plan fits with the community standards. You'll be a good neighbor, hours of operation, do what you can to uphold the laws, that type of thing. So I'll start with your business plan, hours of operation, staffing, parking, any issues.
Okay. The hours of operation are gonna be Thursday through Sunday. We're gonna start off Thursday through Sunday because it's a new business. But we wanna be able to bring opportunities to the community for, well, with inflation being really high, just more opportunities for the community to be able to afford clothing and, things such as, you know, dishes and just different types of items that are pretty much expensive in the store right now. So we want to be able to just be able to help the community by providing more affordable items, clothing. Also, just, we're a new business, so this is like a new venture for us. So, over the last couple of years, I've just been seeing that how inflation is going up, and, you know, we want to provide, like, quality products, so also items, clothing, as far as with, like I said, any type of household items, anything you could think of besides jewelry. We're not going to be selling any type of jewelry. The hours of operation are going to be Thursday through Sunday. We're going to do 9 a.m. to, like, 6 p.m. at night.
9 to 6?
9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. at night. And there's parking, it's right on Main Street, so there's parking available right on Main Street. Excuse me, you guys I'm just getting over a cold.
No problem. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm the alderman down there. I'm just having, what building is that down there?
It's the Deja Vu.
No, it's upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, not the restaurant, upstairs.
Okay.
From Uncorked.
Okay, so it's upstairs, okay,
Yeah. Mhm.
okay. Upstairs above the restaurant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
an upstairs, yes.
Yeah, there's upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a separate entrance for that.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah. There's a separate door. Yeah. There's two doors. So there's Deja Vu's was right there, and there's
Right.
a door there, and then there's a door going right up the stairs. Yeah, right there.
Didn't that used to be apartments, or was that all of the store? I was up there
There was-
years ago.
It was a store, and then I think prior to that, I think an esthetician was running it. And there's actually two exits because you can get in through the back too. Yeah, so it's kind of there's like a little banquet space right there next to the store, going upstairs from Uncorked, so yeah.
How many people will you have working? Pretty much just you?
Me and my daughter, yeah.
I have no problem with this at all.
Just a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Will you be doing consignment as well?
No,
No.
not right now. Last week.
So how does that work? People come and sell you stuff and then you'll buy?
No, I have a lot of donations already.
Okay.
I mean, ever since I've kind of put the word out there, people have been just donating. People have so many things they wanna, you know, they'd rather throw in the garbage, and there's nothing wrong with the items, so we're just actually putting it all together, so yeah. It's exciting because it's something new.
Something new down there, we need it.
And we wanted to make sure that it wasn't gonna be considered a boutique, so people who just clothes, we didn't want that. We wanted to just like Goodwill, like a secondhand store, you know, you can come and purchase.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Not like.
Well, not like that. We're gonna be better than Goodwill.
Will you do repairs? I'm just really curious.
So we do have a.
Like I bring in a toaster that needs a, you know,
No.
or something, you know.
No, I don't think I could do that,
Okay,
no.
okay.
No.
Any other questions? Yes.
My question more so is to the clerk's office and, or maybe to the attorney. With, the applicant was mentioning her plan, we only get the license application. I'm not seeing any business plan that we typically do with all our other applications.
I don't think you do that for.
I think from the clerk's perspective, we've never actually had anyone ask
Yeah, we don't-
more for that, if that's something.
Well, just being that it is coming through public safety and licensing, you know, I've heard now about asking for the hours of operations. Is that something that we need to be mindful of? Because when we have liquor establishments or other establishments come before us, that tends to be a crucial piece, in case if there is a violation or if there are concerns, you know, they're working within the parameters of the hours that are on their application, which I'm seeing nothing on their application.
So, the office can definitely look at maybe getting some type of supplementary questionnaire maybe with it, because this is a state form essentially, it's not a city form that we use to fill that out.
So the committee could request the city clerk's office to add a supplemental form, but keep in mind that the hours of operation, unlike an alcohol license, they're not bound by those hours. The reason an alcohol license is bound by the hours is because that's part of the ordinance that regulates alcohol licensing. So unless we have an ordinance, specifically regulates pawnbrokers, secondhand dealers, and states who have to operate according to the plan of business, they won't be bound by those hours. So they can change them as they go. Certainly if, you know, they state that they're going to open specific hours and they end up being opening on different days or longer hours, you can call them in, but it's not a violation per se, it's not listed in the law.
So the only thing I want the committee to consider, I remember back, some time being, I think it was Wogelmoose who came before us, and he was part of the change of getting a database, whether it was him, in order for secondhand dealers to have to report into a system because of the robbery and the thefts going on in the community, just to be able to work hand in hand to, find any type of, items that may have come out of the robbery. And we were having some issues with some secondhand dealers who were in a lot of violations, and they were part of the problem of the circuit of stealing and whatnot. And so I could see why it would be, when we're asking someone to fill out an application, it's your business, you know, it's nothing to try to micromanage that. It's just, if it's getting some sense of our stamp of approval, you know, in a sense, it's just, we're just here to meet each other. If we're not binding them by anything per se, but if we're here to uphold public safety, we might want to consider.
Just gonna say, we've really never had much problems. If anything came up with the police reports, they normally come back to us anymore, anyways, because we do license them. Heck, back here, I can't remember how far back, we haven't had issues with these, and if there was, the police would give us something and call us.
Well, if you've noticed, we haven't
Excuse
received
me,
any.
point of order here, please. I think we shouldn't be having a private conversation.
Well, we're just, okay, she's.
Yes,
I
this
appreciate it,
isn't-
but-
This is for the whole committee, Chairman, Pete. So if we're gonna be considering these applications and we're asking these questions to this applicant, you know, we should have a sense of, if I wanna say, a level of consistency. So if we just have.
That I agree.
And
I think we all would.
there was some issues back in
Yeah.
2015 maybe, or
Yeah.
14,
I
something
remember
along that lines. And so, change has come into place. So, no bearing on you, it's just, you know, what line of questionings do we ask you in a sense?
Right, I
And
understand.
we want you to succeed, and we want to be here to support you.
Thank you.
For sure. I mean, you're looking to invest in our community, and, sometimes it's easier if we have some parameters in which that we can look at to help support not only public safety in the community, but your business as well. That location, I mean, downtown is definitely a place where a lot of people go, you know,
Yeah.
for our shopping, so, you know, kudos to finding a place that
Yes.
fits your.
The landlord's great too.
Oh.
There, Mr. Levine.
Wonderful to hear that, so I don't see any reason for us not to support you, but, definitely a
Any
further
other-
discussion from us.
Thank you.
I just have a question.
Yes.
For new. So what is the criteria that we use where the information for a secondhand dealer to have to kind of register with the police department so that they can be in that database? Has it got something to do with, buying and selling jewelry or gold or?
So it's a recording system called NEWPRS, it's NEWPRS. It's regulated, by an online system, but a lot of municipalities participate in it statewide, and it has very specific requirements as to when you have to report. You do get a pamphlet with it when you get your application. I think when you submitted it, you get a pamphlet identifying what it is. And then if you have any specific questions about it, you can certainly contact me, but it has very specific details on when they have to report certain transactions. And what the process is for that. So there are a bunch of regulations that regulate pawnbrokers, secondhand dealers, it's just that the hours of operation is now.
So then, I have a question, so I register with the police department for that then? Is that-
Yes,
Okay.
so I can give you a printout, or I can actually send you an email with all of that information. It should be in the handout that you received. It requires you to keep certain records for a specific period of time, and it requires you to report certain things. So, I'll give that to you, and if you have any questions, you can follow up with me.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to follow up with that note. So she's not asking for a secondhand jewelry dealer
No.
license. She's just asking for a secondhand articles dealer license.
Right, so it applies to pawnbrokers, secondhand dealers, and secondhand dealers.
Okay.
I'll grab your email.
Any other questions from the committee? Seeing none at this time, a motion would be in order then.
Move to approve.
A
Second.
motion and any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Good luck.
Opposed? I still gotta follow, see, good luck.
Question, I have a question, so then do I get something up?
It'll go to the city council next week, and shortly after that, you'll get your information. You could probably go to the clerk's office and pick it up.
So I don't have to attend that though next?
Yeah, I
No.
think the clerk's office could explain what the process is.
Yeah.
Okay,
And also, I thought we decided that the clerk's office was gonna read the agenda items.
Yeah, we did do that, yes, we did. Forgot about that.
Maybe I don't want to. No, I don't have a problem with that. Okay. She can,
Wait till she's done.
no, I'm not gonna. All right, fine, I'm good.
No, she's working there.
No. Relax, take it easy. I can tell. Take it easy. We spent a long day.
Thank you.
Thank you all for bringing, I got my plans over here. Thank you. Okay, clerk's office, would you please read the next item? 110424.
110424, communication sponsored by Alder Pete on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting a new application for massage establishment license. Song, DBA Main Business, or Main Massage, located at 1324 Main Street, Racine, Wisconsin, 53402. Ms. Song is the owner for the 4th District.
Go ahead.
So this one, I will apologize. I thought I had sent a letter to her to appear. I did not send a letter to appear.
Okay, move to defer.
Second.
Also, any further discussion? we will defer. Item 110424.
Next item,
We take the next two together and then the two after that because they're for the same agent,
that's what the committee is.
if you don't mind.
Be out of here in no time.
10-24 is a communication sponsored by Alder Pete on behalf of the city clerk, an application for a change of agent with a Class B fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for Bridge Tender Tavern LLC, doing business as Bridge Tender Tavern, located at 303 Dodge Street, Jenny Matty, agent, First District. And 1111-24, communication sponsored by Alder Pete on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a change of agent with a Class B fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for Chart Room Restaurant LLC, doing business as Chart Room located at 209 Dodge Street, Jenny Matty, agent.
Okay, the hours of operation part of this business plan is very specific here because you have a liquor license. So you follow where I'm going with that, okay?
Because she's
Does she have to be sworn in as a new agent?
change of agent, I don't
Change
know.
of agent? Relax.
We
Relax.
just have the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One concern I would have is that, are you changing hours of operation?
No.
Okay, you can go ahead and proceed, please.
So our hours of operation, we say 11 to close. Close meaning no later than 2 a.m.
Bar hours.
Bar hours, yes, during the week and 2:30 on the weekends. Typically, we are closed much sooner than that. Start room closes around 10 on the weekends, around 11. Bridge Tender during the week closes around 10, and on the weekends, actually, I can't stay open till very close to bar close. We do on Mondays now, we are not open at Chart Room. I apologize if I was supposed to. Okay, so we're definitely still within bar hours.
Sure.
We just chose to not be open on Mondays through the winter. During the summer, we'll definitely be staying open later, just because it's nicer weather, again, still within legal bar hours. Our business plan is the same. We are hoping to provide food and liquor to our residents, and just to, have a good time. It's right on the river. It's a beautiful location. So none of that has changed.
And you've been open almost, under new ownership, almost a year or so now.
Just over a year for Chart Room. We opened end of August for Chart Room, and then Bridge Tender, we had like a very soft open just for 4th of July, and then we opened end of July, August, having regular hours.
I assume you're the agent, you have experience with that, running this type of operation.
Correct. I'm actually a CPA, which is by trade, which I also do for Chart Room and Bridge Tender. But I've been in the business out in the county Union Grove for about 5 years, managing R&R, and then a little bit with 1175.
Okay. Any questions? I see someone smile. Any questions?
You said 1175, and I love the food out there.
In all honesty, I've been to both of these establishments. Even read reviews on Facebook. Somebody liked the cheeseburgers and the chili over there. Tender.
Yes, our smash burgers are phenomenal.
If you want to go in the market selling pea soup, just let me know.
We do sell it about once a week. We have a special.
Uh-oh, they're in competition.
Uh-oh. Any, pertinent questions to the application? Then,
Excuse me?
pertinent, no, I want,
I ask any kind of question I want to ask.
I don't have a
Who's to determine what's pertinent?
well, I just want to know if we have any more questions so we can make a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
Have fun.
Thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Now, this goes through council next Tuesday,
Yeah.
and then I think right after you could pick that up.
Okay.
I'll deliver them maybe.
Have lunch with us.
After the workflow.
Yes, after, it's probably like next Friday.
I think we still have to have an inspection for Bridge, or for chart room. Bridge
You'll
Center
go
was
through,
okay.
common council next week Tuesday, and then once all the workflow and all the sign-offs are completed, we'll give you a call.
Will I be getting a notice for the common council?
You will not need to attend.
You don't need to.
Oh, okay, that's great.
So, this
No.
is it.
I had 3 people call me, maybe 4 people. I just came back from Hawaii last night.
Oh.
And they're like, you have a meeting, a mandatory meeting at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll be back in town. I promise.
I know I called up Michelle in, Florida to call you.
Yes, yes. So I just got back last night, so.
All right.
Breaking
Rub it
bad.
in, say it one more time, so we can.
Right.
Yes, Hawaii. It was beautiful.
Yeah, oh.
Good luck, Jenny.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Good luck.
Happy New Year.
1112-24, communication sponsored by Alder Pete on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a premise description change / hour change for Dynasty Company Incorporated, doing business as Dynasty Restaurant, located at 2427 Lathrop Ave. Roberto Rapetta, agent, 11th District, as well as 1113-24, communication sponsored by Alder Pete on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a premise description change / hour change for Rapetta Properties LLC, doing business as El Buen Manitel, located at 2207 Lathrop Ave. Abigail Rapetta, agent, 11th District.
Attorney Arn.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You raise your right hand. Please swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth,
Yes.
so help you God. Thank you.
Yes.
Again, please explain your business plan, hours of operation, maybe number of employees. Even though I know you have the experience, we still would have to ask you about that.
Sure. I'll start with Dynasty. Our hours of operation is from 5 a.m. to, we used to be until 10 p.m., but ever since the COVID started, we decided to close earlier. But now we have, customers ask that they wanted to, they're asking if we can stay open later because there's not a lot of
What
places.
is
open.
later? Could you be specific when you say later?
Like, later, like 10 o'clock, but I wanted to extend it till like 2 o'clock in the morning because we have requests too that if they want to do like a private event, like a birthday or like a shower, or if we decided to do an event or something, or even if for my own family, you know, if I decided to do an event there, you know, I don't want to get in trouble.
I think we all know you've been in business, at a location, Dynasty's been in business quite a while. Attorney Arn, would you have any comments when it comes to the license and hours of operation? Change into 2, even though it would be conditional.
Sure, so the first thing is, you can open at 5 a.m., but can't start serving alcohol until 6 a.m., that's
Right.
required.
Yep. That's what you're
and-
doing.
So he's asking the committee for Dynasty to extend the hours from 8 a.m., which is currently 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. to now 2 a.m. So, because you are currently operating as a restaurant, you are obviously allowed to have underage person on the premises, so long as they're not consuming alcohol. Now, if you change the hours, it looks to me more like bar hours. So if that changes your income percentages at all, so for example, if you start selling more alcohol than you do food, then you no longer qualify for that underage person on premises. That means that if you start selling more alcohol and you're operating primarily as a bar, the law presumes that you operate as a bar when you have a Class B license. So if that's the case and you can't prove that then you can no longer have underage person on the premises, even during the day when they're just there to consume food. So that's something that you have to be really careful with. Are you planning to change into a bar at a specific hour?
No.
Are you going to be serving food during the entire time that you're open, even if you're open till 2 a.m.?
No.
I think those are questions of the committee.
No, my plan is not to be open like that every day. It's just like if I have a request, like for a person, they wanted to, rent the restaurant, or they want to do like a private event, like maybe like after 7, let's say from 7 to 12 or whatever. You know, I wanted to have that permission where nobody can come and say, hey, why are you serving alcohol, or you have a party or something?
Sure.
You know, that's not my plan.
And that's permitted.
so long as, like I said, the primary income from your business comes from food and you're operating primarily as a restaurant, then those rules would not change for you.
Right.
The other thing that I would mention is if you are renting it out to a private party, just keep in mind that it's still your liquor license, so you can't, give them the space and say, do whatever you want.
No.
Because if there are alcohol violations, it does come back on you as the agent. You're not allowed to bring in alcohol, that's not permitted in Wisconsin, and you still have to have your operators there, so you're
Right. We'll be serving that, so they're not gonna be bringing any alcohol in or anything.
Sir.
I've been going there forever, and the other place too, and they ran a really good business, they've never had any issues up there. I've talked to her about this numerous times when other people I was one that suggested to do stuff like that, 'cause people wanna eat later sometimes. So that's, I think I kinda pushed her to try to do something like this, 'cause the way COVID and everything, everybody was hit hard. She, got an opportunity, she's got a good business, got good customers that come in every day. I don't see an issue with it.
I know someone on the committee that's been there recently.
I will never change the restaurant to a bar.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate it one fact, because I just heard your last statement, you will never change the restaurant into a bar. But I just hope, you digested the piece that our attorney was telling you. It might just so happen, let's say people request your establishment more frequently than what intended, and you're selling more liquor, and then all of a sudden, your liquor sales end up rising. And what that ultimately might do as a consequence would make it be where you can no longer have families in your restaurant that we all love so much in our community. So really be mindful, and, everybody's looking for new venues, and I could see where all of a sudden they hear this, or you market it, and you all of a sudden get, lots of reservations, if you will, but then it now changes your food alcohol ban, which then the consequence would be, it would change the whole dynamic of your business plan unintentionally. So just kind of maybe when you're putting your business plan together for a year,
Think about it.
yeah, maybe only allow so many within that time frame, so.
I have a question for the attorney. And maybe I'm just missing something here, but I'm looking at the change of premises hours change, and I don't see any. I didn't have, so the hours will change from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m.
At 5 a.m.
But as far as the liquor portion.
Oh, yeah.
It'll still be at 6.
Yeah.
It says business open at 5 a.m., but
Yeah.
the liquor portion is from 6 a.m. to, yeah.
I have
I don't know why I didn't see that before.
I have a quick question myself, and this is to protect not only for you, but for any, agent. If there's nothing written to substantiate the percentage of alcohol to food, and I understand her intent, but it's sort of like hit and miss from what I understand. There's nothing in place, or how is it monitored? I mean, we understand what her plans are, and we have trust what she's saying, but we can't predict the future of when things are gonna happen or change, so how is that measured?
Right, so the law basically states, that if the Class B premises has a restaurant license, then it is presumed to be operating as a bar and tavern, and therefore is subject to the underage persons restriction. So the law takes the presumption that if you have a Class B license, which you have, and you're operating a restaurant, that you cannot have an underage person on premises. The burden is on the person operating the business to then present evidence and say, no, I actually operate primarily as a restaurant, and that's why I can have underage person on premises. So anytime the person is reporting, income estimates that are
somewhere between 50-50, I always give them the warning that, you know, you're pretty close to this border, and it's up to you to rebut that presumption, because the law presumes that you cannot have underage person on premise.
I have no other questions. Make sense to you? Any other questions from?
I mean, I don't think their intent.
No, I understand the
You know,
intent,
I
but like
just
I said,
wanted
you
to
can't,
know.
yeah, I get
I
that.
get it. I just wanna
You
make
just
sure
can't
that-
predict what could happen, and one, you know, might have three parties, one in December or something, and that kind of shifted, you know. But anyway, just for everybody's protection. Any other questions?
Nope.
Seeing none, a motion would be in order.
Move to approve.
I have a motion, is there a second? Motion and a second, any further discussion, objections? Seeing none, all of those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, good luck.
Do we
Thank you.
do both?
Yeah.
We just do both?
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yeah, we did
Wanted
both of
to
them,
combine them,
Because it's the same age.
yeah, same agent, so you guys wanted to. Okay, thank you and good luck.
All over again.
We gotta go back to this.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thanks, same to you. Okay, well,
We gotta go back.
all right, let's go back to, what was
So you can't change
it, 11:02:24. The person still didn't show up,
All right.
so
Thank you. Thank you.
what would you,
Well, when I move to defer, we always defer these at least one time. If they
Okay.
don't show up the second time, we don't usually grant them.
is there a second on 11:02? A motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried to defer, item 11:02:24.
When are we gonna get police reports again?
Should be next time. You remember Officer Neighbors, he's coming back.
Okay. I didn't know if we were getting one once in a while, or.
No, we should be getting them on a regular basis like we normally do. Back to you.
How's that? I believe it's off your agenda. Wanna call the
I
meeting?
do have a question for the clerk's office, it's in regards to the minutes. So what is the protocol for putting minutes up on Legistar? Is there any requirement that those minutes be posted in Legistar prior to the council meeting in which we voted? And,
Council meeting or like public safety and then meeting?
well, I think every committee in which is gonna report out to the council for a vote, the minutes from that meeting should be posted in Legistar prior to that council meeting. So say, for example, there's a finance committee meeting, a public works this week, the minutes from all the committees that are reporting out to the next council meeting should be in Legistar.
So normally they are, I know like with this past committee that we, or this past meeting we had prior, I had done the minutes, then I was out on vacation. I got back, it was a little crazy. Normally they are done prior to the common council meeting. I don't think that they have to be done prior to the common council because the minutes are pretty much being approved by the committee that they're coming back to, not so much the council. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, I'm giving away my age here, but there was a time when the minutes would be provided prior to the council meeting for all committees that took place prior to the council meeting, so that you didn't have to just rely on the recommendation in the report. You also had the minutes from each meeting prior to having to vote on items that took place in committee.
Yeah,
Right.
most of the standing committees, we usually get them in a 24, 48-hour turnaround, just depending on location and the admin.
The reason I ask that, because I don't think it's done by ordinance, and I'm wondering if maybe it should be, to kind of clarify things.
All right.
All right.
Be up to the council.
I second that.
January will
January, I know lots could happen in January.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm believing my strategy.
All right, okay.
I guess we're adjourned.
Yep.
We are adjourned officially.
Bye, Alder Kelly.
Hi. Happy New Year.
Were you there?
Yes, the whole time. Oh my gosh.
I was wondering where I heard the voice from, and I
Oh,
didn't
the
even,
little peep peep.
sorry,
All
we
right.
were ignoring